Hi class! In this video for the course Understanding the Self, we will be discussing the lesson about the self as constructive construct. So at the end of this video, you are expected to identify the different ideas in psychology about the self. Also, at the end of the video, you should be able to create your own definition of the self based on the definitions from psychology. And last, you should be able to analyze the effects of different factors identified in psychology in the formation of the self. Okay? So from the image that you're seeing right now, you could actually say that the self is made up of pieces. Okay? So yun yung ibig sabihin ng construct. Okay? So it means different ideas or different concepts pertaining to one. Okay? So constructive meaning we build or the self is composed or built of different constructs. Okay? So in this video, we would be discussing different concepts pertaining to the self as a constructive construct. Okay? So first, so let's go to self-concept. Okay? So self-concept is a broad idea we have about who we are. Okay? So it refers now to the physical, emotional, social, spiritual, and in terms of any other aspects that make up of who we are. Okay? So according to Baumeister, self-concept also refers to the individual's belief about himself or him or herself, including the person's attributes and who and what the self is. Okay? So yung self-concept is yung paniniwala mo tungkol sa sarili mo. Okay? At kasama dun yung mga iba't ibang katangian na meron ka. Okay? So it is also referred to as the totality of an individual's thoughts and feelings, having reference to himself as an object. Okay? So sabi ni Rosenberg, yung self-concept daw, ito daw lahat ng naiisip mo at nararamdaman mo tungkol sa sarili mo. Okay? So the self-concept is related to several other self-constructs like self-esteem, self-image, self-efficacy, and self-awareness. Okay? So yun yung mga i-discuss pa natin. Okay? Now, let's go to the first one. Self-esteem. Okay? When we say self-concept, it is the perception that we have of ourselves. Okay? And our answer, or this actually refers to our answer when we ask ourselves the question, who am I? Okay? Pag tinanong mo sarili mo, sino ba ako? Okay? Kung ano yung sagot mo, yun yung self-concept. Okay? But when we talk about self-esteem, it is actually a part of your self-concept. Okay? So self-esteem is actually knowing about your own tendencies, thoughts, preferences, and habits, hobbies, and skills. And pati din yung areas of weaknesses natin. Okay? Kumbaga, yung self-concept, yun yung total. Okay? Yun yung alam sa sarili mo. But your self-esteem would be like your kumpiyansa sa sarili. Okay? So next we have self-image. Okay? So self-image is how an individual sees themselves, and it does not have to align with reality. Okay? So our self-image is actually based on how we see ourselves. Okay? So ano siya, katulad ng sa picture, okay? Diba when you look at yourselves in the mirror, you see your reflection, okay? And usually, when we look at the mirror, ano yung nakikita natin? Okay? So, maliban sa sarili natin, nakikita natin kung ano yung gusto nating makita. Okay? So, that is self-image, okay? Pag tingin mo sa salamin, tapos tingin mo ang taba-taba mo na, okay? So, no offense naman sa mga healthy dyan. Okay? Pero pag tinignan mo yung sarili mo, tapos feeling mo ang taba mo, that's your self-image. Okay? Or pag tinignan mo yung sarili mo, or iniisip mo na ang pangit-pangit ko naman, bakit kaya walang nagkakagusto sa akin, ganyan. Sad, parang gano'n. Yung bang iniisip mo, that's your self-image. Okay? So, it's how you see yourself. Okay? So, a person's self-image is actually based on, again, how they see themselves. And yung self-concept, ano siya, mas malaki or it's a more comprehensive evaluation of yourself. Okay? So, next we have your self-efficacy. Okay? So, self-efficacy, on the other hand, is, it would refer now to an individual's judgments of their own abilities. Okay? So, yung self-concept, mas general siya. And it includes both cognitive and affective judgments about oneself. Pero yung self-efficacy, mas nakafocus lang siya dun sa yung sa mga natin, kakayahan, okay, our abilities. Okay? So next, we have your self-awareness. Okay? So self-awareness actually influences our self-concept. Okay? So it is the quality or trait that involves conscious awareness of one's own thoughts, feelings, behaviors, and traits. Okay? So para magkaroon ka ng mas developed na self-concept, dapat meron ka ng level of self-awareness. Okay? Pag sinabi nating self-awareness, yan na, alam mo, kaya nga siya tinawag na awareness eh. Yung alam mo na sa sarili mo, yan, conscious awareness, alam mo sa sarili mo, kung ano talaga yung nararamdaman mo, ano yung katangian mo, ano yung kilos mo, ano yung galaw mo. Okay? So those are the different constructs of the self. You have your self-esteem, self-image, self-efficacy, and self-awareness. Okay? So now let's go to some theories of the self, okay, or theories of self-concept. Okay? So first we have the self-concept theory of personality according to Carl Rogers. Okay? So sabi ni Carl Rogers, our personality is driven by our desire for self-actualization. Okay? So self-actualization is the condition that emerges when we reach our full potential. Okay? So sabi ni Rogers, yung mga natin, yung buong personality natin, yung buong pagkatao natin, nagbabago siya or napapagalaw siya or nakokontrol siya nung kagustuhan nating ma-achieve yung self-actualization. Okay? So parang siya, isipin niyo na lang, ano ba yung kinuha yung course today? Or ano ba yung dreams mo? Ano ba yung goals mo? Okay? For example, gusto mong maging successful teacher someday. Okay? So yung personality mo, okay, na geared towards achieving that goal to be a successful teacher. Okay? So dapat yung personality mo, nagbabago siya, nag-a-adjust siya. So magiging mas masipag ka mag-aral, mas magaling ka mas creative ka na with your assignments or your projects kasi gusto mo ma-achieve yung goal na yun. Okay? Yung goal mo is yun na yung part ng self-actualization. Okay? Kung kilala nyo or kung naaalala nyo pa, or if you're familiar with the concept of the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, yan yung pinakataas. Okay? Lahat ng tao, parang yun daw ang objective, yun ang goal, is para ma-achieve ang self-actualization. Okay? So, next. Yan. So next, we have the self-concept maintenance theory. Okay? So it states that we do not simply sit and wait for a self-concept to develop. So hindi natin hinihintay na ma-maintain yung ating self-concept. But we take an active role in shaping our self-concept at all ages. Okay? But it is said na nag-i-stop daw yung ating pag-maintain ng ating self-concept when we reach adulthood. But of course, katulad ng diniscuss natin sa previous video, kailangan nag-a-adjust yung self natin. Okay? So, in general yun. Okay? So, it refers to how people maintain or enhance their sense of self, and it is relatively fixed after a person reaches adulthood. Okay? But it can, and it does, change based on the person's experiences and current circumstances and scenario. Okay? So, the self-concept maintenance theory also concerns these three. Okay? So one is our evaluation of ourselves. Okay? So sinasabi sa self-concept maintenance theory, tinitingnan daw natin, usually ine-evaluate ba natin sarili natin? Ano ba yung mga kailangan nating i-maintain? Ano ba yung kailangan nating baguhin? Ano yung kailangan nating improve with ourselves? Okay? So next, there's also our comparison of our actual selves with our ideal selves. Okay, so ano ba yung actual self? Actual self is the way in which a person sees himself now. Ano ba yung nakikita mo ngayon? So that's actual self. Okay? Yung ideal self naman is the way in which a person would like to see himself. Okay, katulad ng example ko kanina. Ano yung actual self mo ngayon? Ano ka ngayon? Diba, student ka pa. So, ano yung ideal self mo? In the future, you would be a successful teacher. It's something like that. Or sige, ano na lang natin. Punta tayo sa closer goal. Okay? Actual self mo is you are a student. Your ideal self would be, halimbawa, gusto mong magkaroon ng passing grades. Okay? Gusto mong pasado ka. Siyempre, sino ba naman ang gustong bumabagsak? Okay? So, kino-compare mo ngayon. Ano ba yung meron ako? Ano ba yung ginagawa ko ngayon? So, that is your actual self. Actual self, ano yung ginagawa ko ngayon para ma-achieve ko yung ideal self? Okay? So, kino-compare mo. Ngayon, masipag ako mag-aral. So, ideal self ko, mas maganda yung ma-achieve ko or mas maganda yung makukuha kong grade. Okay? So, I hope that's quite clear. Now, last concern for self-concept maintenance here is that our actions are taken to move closer to our ideal selves. Okay? So, yun nga, yung kanina sinasabi natin, ano ba yung gagawin ko para mas mapunta ako, mas mapalapit ako doon sa ideal self na meron na gusto ko makuha or gusto ko ma-achieve. Okay? So, yan yung mga different concerns ng self-concept maintenance theory. Okay? So, now let's go to the components and elements of the self-concept model. Okay? So, ano ba yung mga different characteristics of self-concept? Okay? So, one, it displays uniquely with each person. Okay? Magkakaiba tayo ng perception natin sa sarili natin. Okay? Halimbawa ako, usually, niyayabang ko sa klase. Kapag may face-to-face, sinasabi ko na ako confident talaga ako sa sarili ko kahit na medyo tumataba na ako, alam ko sexy pa din ako. Parang ganun. Like kayo, depende yan sa inyong depende yan sa inyong outlook in life. Okay? So next, it vary from very positive to very negative. Okay? So depende sa situation. Okay? Pwede yan siyang magbago. Halimbawa, ngayon, nang we are experiencing challenges with the environment, with our health, minsan nagiging negative siya. Kaya naman minsan sobrang saya natin, mas naging positive yung ating thinking. So, nagbabago siya. Okay? So, next, it carries emotional, intellectual, and functional dimensions. Okay? So, hindi lang siya yung self-concept na tingin mo physical. Okay? Kasama din dyan yung emotional, yung nararamdaman mo. Intellectual, yung naiisip mo. And functional, paano ka gumagalaw. Okay? So next, it changes with the context. Okay? Nagbabago siya depende sa kinakaharap mong sitwasyon. It changes over time, so pabago-bago siya. Kung ano yung nararamdaman, kung ano yung self-concept mo nung January, pwede nagbago siya ngayong buwan na to. Okay? So it also influences the individual's life. Okay? So ang goal natin is mas maganda yung ating self-concept. Papunta tayo dapat sa positive. Iniiwasan natin yung mga negative perceptions of the self. Okay? So, other dimensions of self-concept, ito din yung mga constructs na sinabi natin kanina. Okay? So, there are some overarching dimensions that researchers understand with the self-concept puzzle. Okay? So, yan, kasama din yung self-esteem, ating kampiyansa sa sarili, self-worth, yung ang pagpapahalaga sa sarili, self-image, yung physical na pagtingin natin sa ating mga sarili, ideal self, kung ano yung gusto nating ma-achieve na version of ourselves, identities or roles, ito yung sa social roles natin. Kung naaalala nyo sa lesson 2, we have the moi and the person, so yun yung mga roles natin. And then your personal traits and qualities. Okay? Now, how do we develop the self-concept? Okay? So self-concept actually develops and changes throughout the lifespan, but it is most in flux or it is changing during the early years. Okay? So early childhood is a ripe time for young humans to perceive themselves in the world. Okay? Siguro kung ano yung mga napagdaanan nyo ng mga bata pa kayo, yun ang nag-i-influence kung ano yung self-concept nyo today. Okay? Kung naalala nyo din sa ating previous discussion, our society and culture are critical for our formation of the self. Okay? So, ito yung examples ng mga scenario or ito yung mga common na na-experience ng mga bata or ito yung pag-form ng ating self-concept during early childhood. Okay? So, for example, stage 1, so ito yung mga babies, so 2 years old and toddler years. So, example yan. First, or babies need consistent, loving relationship to develop a positive sense of the self. Okay? So also babies form preferences that align with their innate sense of self. Toddlers feel secure with gentle but firm limits, and at age 2, language skill develops and toddlers have a sense of me. Okay? So yung mga babies, kailangan lagi silang inaalagaan. Okay? Para mas nagiging ano sila, as young as baby stage. Alam na nila kapag loving yung environment. Okay? So, kapag hindi naalagaan yung mga babies, parang ano siya, napo-form na yon, nagkakaroon, kahit na parang wala pa silang mga alam, nakakaano na yon, nakaka-affect na yun sa growth and development of a person, of the baby. Okay, so for the toddlers naman, di ba ito yung ano sabi, yung 2 years old, ito na daw yung stage na terrible twos, okay, or toddlerhood na, basta ano siya, ngayon na-experience ko to sa aking daughter. I have 2 kids. So, yung first daughter ko is 2 years old na. Tapos yung isa, I have a baby, 6-month-old. So, siguro mapansin niyo sa mga babies, di ba? Kapag lagi niyo silang nilalaro, next time na lapitan niyo siya, positive ang tingin sa inyo na natutuwa siya. Okay? Kapag kapag lagi kang nagagalit, baka talikuran ka lang ng baby. Okay? So, ganun. Parang may na sila, may reaction agad with the caregiver, kung sino man mga nag-aalaga. Okay, so yung mga toddlers naman, kailangan, tinuturuan natin sila ng kailangan secure sila, but with gentle and firm limits. Okay? So, halimbawa, di ba, ito yung stage na exploring ang mga bata. Okay? So, pwede nyo silang pagsabihan, pero dapat may limit. Okay? So, pwede nyo silang, pwede nyo i-allow mag-explore, but again, kailangan may nililimitahan. Ito yung ginagawa ko sa anak ko. Halimbawa, gusto niya magsulat. Okay? Then, binibigyan ko siya ng pencils or ng ballpen, tapos may paper. Sabi ko, pwede kang magsulat, pero sa paper lang. Bawal sa wall, bawal sa ibang surface. Okay? So, may firm limit doon. Okay? So, may sense of me na din yung mga bata. Now, at stage 2, 3 to 4 years old, 3 to 4 years old, 3 to 4-year-olds begin to separate themselves as separate and unique individuals kung nagkakaroon na ng independence. Their self-images tend to be descriptive rather than social. Ina-explore na natin. Okay? Ano ba yung mga gusto mo maging, kung ano yung gusto mong gawin. Okay? So there's also the development of the basis of a self-concept that may stay for the rest of your life. And also, at this stage, mga adolescents are prone to greater self-consciousness and susceptibility to peer influence. Okay? So, ano yung mga nakikita natin sa barkada natin, minsan, nako-conscious tayo. Okay? So, nandiyan na yung paggamit ng mga filter sa pictures. Tapos, peer influence. Okay? Example niyan, magsisend sa separate na GC. Uy, ma-attend ka ba ng lesson ni Ma'am Siniel? Ma-attend ka ba ng online meeting? Tapos, yung isa, hindi, wag na kayo mag-join dyan. Okay lang naman kay Ma'am Jen yan. Tapos, yun na, peer influence. Okay? Example lang naman yun. So, next, there's also the enjoyment of greater freedom and independence, and also success in areas in which adolescent desires success. Okay? So, also, ito na rin yung part or stage na may approval na from significant people in the adolescent's life. Or we seek approval. Okay? So, di ba pag nagde-decide kayo, tatanungin niyo pa sa iba, usually sa mga significant people, yung mga nyo, or you receive approval from others. Okay? So, next theory, we have the theory of symbolic interactionism. Okay? So, sinasabi ni Plunkett that symbolic interactionism is the way we learn to interpret and give meaning to the world through our interactions with others. Okay? It suggests that society is based on the interpretations of the people, and it says that the individuals build a sense of self-identity through interactions with the society. Okay? So, related pa rin ito doon sa ating lesson about the self-society and culture. Okay? So, here are the principles of symbolic interactionism according to Blomer. Okay, so first, you have meaning. Okay, so it suggests that people act and behave towards other people and things based upon the meaning that they have given to them. Okay, so ito yung central to the theory of symbolic interactionism, di ba? Example, tanungin kita ng ano ang maiisip mo pag sinabi kong Muslim? Okay? So ano lang to example ito. 'Di ba you would have different meanings sa iyong utak. Okay? You would have different assumptions according to what people are thinking about that. You would also have a behavior towards that. Okay? So yun yung example ng meaning. Pag sinabi sa'yo na science, o kaya sabihin natin math, 'di ba isipin nyo, ano yung mga pwedeng maisip? Pag sinabi nyo math, ay puro numbers. Ay math, ang hirap yan. So yun yung example ng meaning. Okay? Nagkakaroon ka ng nagkakaroon ka ng meaning based dun sa iyong assumptions about that. Okay? Or about your thinking about that. So next, you have language. Okay? So this is the second core principle. And it makes the symbols and interactions comprehensible to the mind and helps in formulating assumptions. Okay? Di ba dito sa atin, example niyan, pag may narinig kayo na nagsabi, tara, kain tayo sa labas. Ano maisip mo? Yung language na yun eh. Language yun. So, kain tayo sa labas could mean two different things. Kain sa labas meaning, kakain lang talaga literal sa labas ng bahay. Okay, ito, ginagawa namin to. At tara, kain tayo sa labas. Lalabas lang yung table, lalabas yung mga food, andun na yun. That's one, kain sa labas. Pero, pwede rin siyang kain sa labas na you're going out on a date. Okay? So, yan siya. Yung language, important siya on how we are going to formulate our thinking. Okay? So next, we have your thought. Okay? So the thought is a third core principle of symbolic interaction in STEM, and it implies the interpretations that we have assigned to the symbols. Okay? So it is a process of mentally conversing about the meanings, names, and symbols. Okay? So ito na yung kasama dito yung imagination natin. Okay? So kino-convert na natin kung ano man yung meaning at ano ang language. Okay? So these are the different principles of symbolic interactionism. Okay? Now, balik tayo sa self-awareness. Sabi natin kanina, it is the ability to see yourself clearly and objectively through reflection and introspection. Okay? So now we go to the last theory. We have the self-awareness theory. Okay? So it is based on the idea that you are not your thoughts, but the entity observing your thoughts, and you're the thinker, separate and apart from your thoughts. Okay? So we can go about our day without giving our inner self any extra thought, merely thinking and feeling and acting as we will. However, we can also focus our attention on that inner self. Okay? So ito yung ability natin to self-evaluate. Okay? So kapag nagsi-self-evaluate tayo, we are actually dealing with self-awareness already. Okay? At the end of the day, do you do this? Do you do your reflection bago ka matulog? Tama ba yung ginawa ko ngayon? Okay? Isipin mo, yun yung self-awareness eh. Tama ba na hindi ako naka-attend ng online class? Well, actually, okay lang naman din yun if you have good reasons not to attend to. Halimbawa, mahirap talaga ang signal, wala kang load. Pero isipin mo, self-awareness, ano kaya yung pwede kong gawin para next time maka-attend ako sa online class? Okay, so that's an example. Okay? So, every day, we do our self-awareness. We do our self-awareness check. Okay? So, ito yung time na iniisip natin na ano ba yung tama ba o mali sa ating mga iniisip, sa ating kinikilos. Okay? So, yun yung mga different theories related to the concept of the self, psychologically speaking. Okay? So, sinasabi natin ngayon na yung self, it is, again, made up of constructive constructs. Constructive, no? Ibig sabihin, kailangan niya. Parang, di ba, pag construction, may binubuo kayo. Okay? So, constructive construct ang isang sarili, ang self natin. Okay? So, we have different aspects or different ideas of your self based on the different constructs that we mentioned. Okay? So, again, you have your self-esteem, yung kumpiyansa sa sarili, mataas ba yung kumpiyansa sa sarili o hindi? Okay? So, makakatulong yun sa development of the self. Your self-efficacy, your self-worth, self-awareness, and self-image. Okay? So, I hope at the end of this video, na-achieve naman natin ang ating mga goals. So, if you have questions, if you're my student, kindly send them through our group chat. But if you're not my student and you have watched this video, thank you. And you may comment down your questions and I'll go back to them. once I have time. Okay, so I hope you learned something from today's lesson for understanding the self, and see you on our next video. Bye!